Hey there folks, I have a blog now. It's on a link on my channel page. It's under the name MoLewis57, and the person you most have to thank or blame for this is an engineering student from Australia who goes by the YouTube name munchkinhugs. And the way this happened was she had made a nice comment on my scone video, a couple of months ago. And when I get nice comments or someone subscribes, I always go and give a quick look at their channel page. So I want to know who's looking at my stuff. And I clicked on her channel page and I was intrigued by a couple of things. On her channel icon, there was something about, busy studying or something like that. And her description was like, I'm in uni mode right now. I've got to study a lot. And there's something listed there saying that she was an engineering student. And that intrigued me because I was an engineering student way back when. So I clicked on a few of her videos and looked at her blog because she had a link to that as well. And it wasn't all engineering stuff. It was lots of random stuff, but there was a bunch of, there's a bunch of stuff that really kind of made you think about the life of an engineering student. And after a while, I was really hooked because it really took me back. And I wouldn't say I'm nostalgic for those times because, in all honesty, those are some of the most stressful times of my life. And by the way, you're a college student and someone says to you, "Oh, you college kids have it so easy. Wait till you get to the real world." That person obviously did not work hard in college. They spent their time goofing off and they were shocked when they got to the real world. If you're serious about college, it's much more stressful than real life because at least in real life you're getting paid for your trouble, where in college you're going to debt for your trouble. In any case, I really liked her blog. I really liked her videos. It really took me back to that time as being an engineer. And it's nice to just read this stuff and kind of be like a fly on the wall. And, after a while I decided, I just didn't want to be a fly on the wall. There's some stuff that I thought, I thought I'd like to make a comment on. So I figured I'd like to comment on some of her blog posts. Now to do that, you need to have a blogger account. So I said, okay, I'll get a blogger account. And once I got a blogger account, I'm like, hey, what the heck? Might as well blog. Now, she was nice enough to give me a plug to my YouTube channel in one of her blog posts. So I'm going to return the favor. I've already kind of done it. I've spoken about her her site, and I'm going to provide a link to it. Which way is that? Over there, like in my description, and I'll try to put a little annotation thingy here with a link to one of her videos. But it's not just because she gave me a plug. I mean, it's a site worth watching. The one word I would use to describe her site, and I've used it in one of her videos, is ebullient. That's the word. And if you're not sure what that means, tough. I'm not hot for words. Last I checked, I'm not a blonde Russian chick with huge hooters, so if you're looking for that, go over to her site. In any case, blog, yes, I'm a blogger now, kind of. And, one of the first things I thought about when I started the blog was, it's a shame that I didn't get to do this about 20 years ago. Because 20 or so years ago, my life was filled with a lot more drama. I mean, there was like, all the crushes I had on various girls and all the stress about school and all this kind of stuff, where life now is a lot more stable. And I'm like, well, if I was writing a blog back then, I could have written nice blog entries about, about a lot of things I did videos about, like the whole February 26th thing. I'll put an annotation here, and the whole Mustache girl thing. I'll put another annotation there, and even that, even funny stories like the thing about stapling my thumbs together. Annotation right there. And look, I know in my Battle Wound video I mentioned the mustache, not the mustache thing, but the stapler thing again. So why am I mentioning it again? Because I didn't get any comments on the video when I mentioned it last time. And I worked hard in that video, and I've got a lot of new subscribers, and part of me wants people to go back and look at the old ones that I worked on a long time ago. Some of them I'm kind of proud of, and I mean, gosh darn it, I stapled my freaking thumbs together. I mean, I'm suffering for my art here. Could someone just, tell me what they think about that? Because that hurt a lot, okay? So just throw me a bone and look at the video. Thank you. Okay, in any case, I'm thinking, man, it's such a shame that I couldn't write a blog back then. And then I thought, in a way I did. In a way I wrote a very low-tech, very old-school blog then. Had a friend of mine who's actually a subscriber now. His name is Fred and goes by the name Eric now, but I'm going to call him Fred because I've always called him that. And he started something we were in high school called The Adepts, which the name is based on a series of books by Piers Anthony, so that should give me some nerdy points there. But basically, it was like a blog, a very low-tech blog. We would write letters to each other. There was this locker, and we each had a key to the locker, and there was a group of about 6 of us. And we would, write letters to each other, and we would put the letter in the locker. We put a date on it, put the letter in the locker, and then each one of us, anytime during the day, could go into the locker and submit a letter to the locker, or they could take a letter out and read a letter. And we can make comments on each other's letters, and of course we would refer to each other and we wrote letters to each other, and we would talk about our lives, our trials, our tribulations, problems with girls, problems with guys, for the girls in the group, just all sorts of stuff like that. And we would go back and forth and tell stories and share our issues, and it was very social. It was in a social sense, it was like a blog, not in a technological sense, but in a social sense, it was very much like blogs today. So I realized I did write a blog for quite a bit of time, and I've wrote quite a bit in those blogs, and I met a lot of good people that way. As I said, my friend Fred wound up being the best man at his wedding, and there's also Diana, who was also, I guess, me, Fred, and Diana. We were the most frequent bloggers in this thing, so to speak. And Diana is the person who I referred to in this video. I'll try to put the annotation there, that video about Dungeons and Dragons. She's the old friend I referred to in that video. And I mentioned in that video, if you'd watched it, that I was going to try to get back in touch with her. And just as an update, I'll make this video a reply to that one. We did get back in touch finally, so we've been, swapping emails back and forth. So that's cool. And we are talking about issues we have with our kids. I talked to her about a lot of stuff that I kind of spoke about in this video. There's another annotation. I'm going to set a record for annotations here, and it's really nice. It's really nice to get back in touch with people after all these years. So yeah, it's nice that I was on the front line of blogs in a certain non-technological sense, and I guess that's really all I got. I mean, it's just I'm gonna try to write some blogs, and so if you want to, go check them out. And yeah, I got nothing else today. This is just an informational thing for all you folks out there. And I know I'm forgetting something, and I don't show this very often, but yeah, I prepare. I prepare for my videos. Yeah, I write talking points and I get them all in my head, and I got a lot of time here. So let's see if I missed any talking points. Let's go. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know why I doubted myself. I've done this enough. All right, folks. In any case, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hey, one more thing. Because I care about my viewers so much, I'm going to give you extra special bonus material. Before I started this video, I kind of had a case of the burps, and I needed to get them out, and the camera was running while I was doing this. So this may gross you out, but hey, I care. I want to show you how hard I prepare for these videos. So, it may gross you out, but hey, enjoy. No.